Azune Nayar stands tall, proud. Human in appearance, he is just over 5'10", but gives the presence of someone that's taller than that. His pride carries him above his height. He is strong, lean, muscular. He has medium brown skin and coppery auburn brown hair that's tied back in a braid, a birthmark that goes up the right side of his neck, up his face, and up to his forehead around his eye. His eyes look like a sunset on an ocean. The bottom half of his irises are a deep blue. His pupils are yellow, like the sun that burst out into an orange, and then into a teal, and then into a light gray. He is wearing full armor, as is given to him by his station in Dolmakyar. He is a member of the Revolutionary Guard, an arcane marshal, specifically. And his arms are exposed. Along his right bicep are tattooed the words, "Have mercy on those I send you."
The door to the wagon opens. Soldiers of House Taconis retrieve a figure from inside the shadows, and a handsome orc smile across his fanged face, nice shiner indicating some degree of glibness or flippancy in the face of these guards, wearing his soiled coat and his old boots, his effects having been taken from him, is marched out in manacles. The man you followed into battle all those years ago, dragged forward here. He looks up at you as he approaches. Not you. Anybody but you.
I put my hand up to stop the rest of the soldiers. I am the arcane marshal assigned to scan the prisoner. And I begin a ritual. My palm is facing up, and I start to trace a circle around my palm as I begin a ritual of detect magic. But as I do that, I point my fingers towards him, and I actually cast message.
Hidden from those guards here, not versed in the arcane, you feel yourself connect through this act of sorcery to Thiazi Fang. Oh.
Study his face for a moment. Thiazi, I can buy us a few moments. If you have something that you want to say to someone and want me to pass it to them, now is the time.
As you feel this spell connect to you, he smiles and goes, anything I have to tell anybody, I can tell them myself.
You can notice that look in his eyes, that glint. And I say more. In a moment, I'm going to scan you to see if I can pick up any arcane residue, and my hope is that I do. Earlier today, somebody placed an object on you, a ward.
Mm-hmm.
And watch me closely when I'm done. If I sense it, I'll give you a nod, and then I'll gesture to let you know where it is. It's delicate. It breaks easy, and upon adding just a little bit of pressure, it will be the very thing that sends you away from here.
Understood.
One last thing. A message from your brother. Hal says he's here with you until the end. And you've always been a hero in his eyes.
Well, that makes one of us. I don't know that I'll be able to see him again after today, probably, right? I mean, you guys getting me out of here, I'm not going to be able to.
Thiazi, you've lit many fires throughout your years. And they all still burn. And with that, instead of casting the ritual, I'm actually going to use a spell slot and cast Detect Magic in that moment. An updraft of wind moves up towards me, a pulse radiates out, and Detect Magic. Scan him.
A gleam of magic hidden in the back of his coat, quite near his manacled hands, registers to you. A little bit of conjuration, a little bit of illusion, just enough trickery for Thiazi Fang to make one last daring getaway.
Good. I step back, I give him a nod, and I turn around and I put my hand on the small of my back so he can see me indicate where it is.
He nods to you, and in that last moment of the message cantrip, he makes eye contact with you and says, I know you'll have to stay here. I'm sorry for all the distance I kept. I hope all those fires I set were worth it. Make sure you set some of your own when the time comes. Azune appears outside of the house with a wagon from a carriage from the Brethren Hall. You see that two of your inquirers, this would be Horus and Grotto, open the doors at the back, revealing not a coffin, but a basically cushioned carrying surface with a body and a white sheet draped around and over it.
I will make my way over to them and I can take it from here.
Of course, Lieutenant.
And I look at this, the body of Thiazi that is now covered on this, and it's so formal and so wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take him off of whatever this is, this thing that he's been laid on, and I'm gonna scoop him up and I'm gonna carry him inside myself.
You pick him up. This white funereal sheet provided by the Candescent Creed in the House of Halavar is left on the cobblestones by the carriage, and you walk in. I think a moment from many years ago in the Falconers' Rebellion, where it was your head on his collarbone and him shouting, "Medic!" moving throughout as spells fired overhead and arrows flew through the sky. And you look down and see him. What do you see when you look down at Thiazi's face in this moment?
I'm transported to this memory, and I remember as he was carrying me, I looked up at his face and how young and strong he was. The fighter that led us with such a cause that I knew was worth dying for. And now I look down at this man who has met an end that I never thought I would live to see. And I try to almost superimpose the fighter, the strong leader, that face that I remember. I try to superimpose that right onto the face that I see. That's lifeless. His eyes are a little open and they're glassy, and the lines on his face, they stand out to me. Almost a bit of the last expression that he had frozen on his face still. And I don't want Hal to see him like this, so I try to smooth it over.
whatever fear or panic was left from the violence of that moment. The tips of your fingers brush away until some visage of repose is left on Thiazi's face. And you walk through the door and behold Thiazi's family here.
Azune.
Taisha. Hal, I'm so sorry. Where should I put him?
Bring him inside. I'll guide Azune to off of. There's an alcove to this large area that I have family and friend gatherings on the first floor of the house, and there is, I don't know what the right word is. It's not a chaise, and there's no like backrest on it, but it is the length of a body, and oh, I want to say comforting, but there's no comfort for him. No, you can rest him here.
I carefully carry Thiazi's body as instructed. Gently set him down.
Yeah, I'll cross to Azune and
As soon as you start to cross, I meet you.
I'll extend my hand and we clasp forearms, a la Beastmaster.
Yes.
The shake of the soldiers.
That's right. I keep the grip for a moment, and I give you a tug. It's been a long time.
It is good to see you.
You're welcome here, Teor.
Thank you. You have gotten taller and a little wider as well.
I have grown up, yes. As we started kind of coming together and this came and this, entered into the space, the first thing that pulls my attention away from Teor is Hal storming away.
Yeah.
And I'm taking in everything that's happening here that's within earshot, but you see, Teor, that my attention keeps going back towards where Hal left. And then it comes back to you. It's good to see you, old friend. It's been a long time since our days fighting side by side.
It has.
If there's anything that you're up to tonight, let me know. I want a part of it.
Understood.
What kinds of questions did you say that you had?
I would start with all of them. To be fair, this place has changed much since last time I was here. I don't recognize the banners or the people, or that man that just came in and acts as if he is the head of some sort of religion.
He is, from what I understand, he is of one of the noble houses, and that noble house has been shifting their beliefs over the last few years.
Their beliefs. I would like to know why a man such as Thiazi found himself on the hangman's noose, and if these shifting beliefs, or the people behind them, need to answer, then I would very much like to know what you've known these past many years.
What have you been up to since I saw you last, Teor? Have you stayed out there fighting?
No, we have stayed out of Dolmarkyar. Loza Blade and I have been helping others from the Torn Manor. We take up contracts here and there, help where we can, but it's been hard finding one place to be. I often wondered about you, about my brother Sid, and what this city had to offer, and we thought it would be a good time to return, and we found it. Disappointment when we heard of Thiazi's news.
There are a great number of us here that don't believe what happened to him was just or right, and that there should be someone to answer for it. But that's a conversation for another time, perhaps. Not here.
I'll say this too, Azune, as Teor mentions his younger brother, Tal Sidamir, Sid. You wonder where Sid is. Sid was supposed to be part of what was supposed to happen.
Have you seen your brother?
I have not. We traveled as fast as we could to make it in time, and I was hoping to see him in the crowd, but I haven't. Have you?
No. I will find you later tonight.
Hi. I just
You've
said
met
something.
Teor before, yes?
Yes,
I'm
we met.
Teor. Right,
Yes,
it's nice to
Octus.
meet you.
I just said something really stupid to a demon. Today's been a hard day. Okay, so we need to find Thimble. Do you? Thimble's.
I know who Thimble is.
Okay, great.
You know where to find her.
Yes, I do. I know which house she was working out of. Hopefully she's there. That's the best lead I have right now.
Then we should go.
Okay.
I'm also just checking our six as we move, and seeing if anyone's tracking our movements, eyes watching.
You walk up, Azune. There is a wall that you know is not a wall. Up ahead, there's bricks outlined here, big sort of like whitewashing letters. The Ogramson leather tannery, and you know the S in that Ogramson is where you need to walk up to.
As I am heading towards that, my friend, Thimble might be in trouble. There might have been a piece in something that went awry. I would prepare yourself just in case.
I look at Azune's demeanor. Is he going in empty-handed, or is he arming himself?
I am armed. I technically just kind of came off of the job, so I'm still in my full gear.
Yeah.
And you see me do something that you probably didn't see me do while in our time in the Falconers Rebellion. I have a necklace around me with a small child's bracelet hanging from it, and I close my eyes and I reach towards it, I touch it, and I whisper, "I'm not alone." And in my mind's eye, I see a spectral form step out from me and then take a defensive stance and then dissipate as I cast False Life.
Awesome. As Octus is opening the door, you're gearing up. They think something really bad happened. Teor, you look down. It's been cleaned hastily. Underneath the hinge of a secret door, there's blood. Fresh.
I'll just grab Azune's arm and point to the ground, redirect his vision.
The door slides open. You look. A slender staircase going up in a hidden wall in between two halves of this larger tannery, a secret apartment up in this larger work area, almost like a loft that's been hidden away and bricked in. And there's blood on the staircase coming down. A lot of it. You look and see, I think, without even having to really second guess, you think that bodies got dragged out of here.
Thimble. And I approach you as you're holding onto Teor's hand. He knew. I spoke to him in my way, and he told me to tell you.
What?
That you did so well. And he's so proud of
I
you.
did shit.
No.
The clip is here. I fucked it up. These people came in. They attacked me. How did they even know? How did they even know?
We don't know, but we're gonna find that out.
What
We're gonna find that out.
Recognizing someone I haven't seen in 10, 15 years, it's hard to know what. God. It's good to see you.
You look good, old man.
What are you doing here? Did you know?
He rubs some of the alcohol out of his eyes as the Aussie's Pixie.
Thimble.
Yeah, right, Thimble. So what's going on here?
How are you here?
Oh, fuck. And he pushes Teor out of the way and he goes, I remember you, the boy. Look at that armor you got.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I found you. Yeah, you're easy to follow. Noisy, loud, clumsy. I'm half drunk, and you fucks are easy.
Listen, we need to leave. This is a crime scene, and it's possible that people are going to come here and find us here.
Were you here? Were you at the execution?
Yeah. Yes.
Kat, we are all sorry to see you again after such a long time under these circumstances, but...
Oh, I thought you were going to say,
timing.
under these circumstances. I thought you were going to say, I'm sorry to see you.
Never.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm happy to see you or not.
Octus, this is Kattigan. He ditched us after a battle.
So no?
This is, do you know Teor? And...
Yes, we met earlier.
Yeah.
The cat is a fierce warrior and a good man.
Oh, well, one of those two.
Okay. Great.
Did you come here, Kattigan, for just by happenstance, or did you hear? I'm sorry, I wasn't following completely. You knew the execution?
What'd you say?
Did you know about Tiazi? Did you know that he was?
Whispers on the wind and all that. I heard about it. Yeah. I was finishing out a contract. I'm a very highly sought after bounty hunter and warrior of the people, if you will. And at that, Wolfert just goes and just sneezes. You don't worry about him. But yeah, there's well, you know Pine Bough. No, you don't. You don't fucking know Pine Bough, do you? You wouldn't, would you?
I don't know if I would.
Yes, city folk. It's all right. Pine Bough, it's a little agricultural community, crafters. They make all sorts of
Where's
things.
his body?
It's a house.
Oh,
Can we go?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Overhead, arrows fly through the sky. Nearby, Loza Blade, about 12 or 13 years younger than the last time we saw her, cries out as thump, thump, 2 arrows go into her shoulder. You see that she takes a small axe off a holster under an arm and hucks it across a battlefield as an archer commander says, "Another vote!" Axe in the head, falls to the ground. She says, "Get back under the hill!" and shoves a young Tunks, the boar man, who at this point is only about 16 years old, is like a kid, as he grunts and snorts back into the waiting darkness. You see overhead a rippling spiral of green necromantic energy shoot overhead. Far away from you, you see your friend Milo looking up and saying, "Everyone, keep moving for..." Skull gone, dead to the ground. Death saves from you two.
Okay. Save 19.
Fail 7.
Kattigan, on the ground. Describe your character for us in this moment and describe the injury that is starting to bleed out past the point of repair.
Oh yeah, he's sliced up. Basically, he's always fighting low, so all of his injuries are up high in his body. Shoulders, neck, he's got like puncture wounds super close to lungs and heart. He's jacked from the waist up mostly, yeah.
Azune, where are you, and how do you look in this distant memory?
I am 15 years old. I'm young. I'm shorter. I'm skinnier. And the last thing I remember before the lights went out was struggling to keep up with my group. These 2 guys, that grown men at this part of my life that I've grown to emulate in a way. I saw how Teor blocks things with his shield, and the way that Kattigan fights with his weapon, and the noise, the screams, and I wasn't ready for that, and the smell of blood, and I misstepped. And next thing I know, the lights were out. I don't even know what hit me.
You see overhead, the sky darkens as 2 sorcerers of the Sundered Houses fly under their own power. One of them drops through the sky, looks across the battlefield. A tiny mote of light as time almost slows.
Down!
I'm gonna need everybody here to roll initiative.
Oh my God, I'm not ready for this.
What did we get, Azune?
I got a 6.
What did we get, Teor?
18.
What did we get, Thimble?
15.
What did we get, Kattigan?
Twinsies, 18.
Much like before, Kattigan and Teor are going to act on the same initiative. I'll remind you, Teor.
Big cats.
Big cats. I'll remind you, Teor. Unfortunately for you, my friend, you're first level.
Oh. Oh.
It's your turn. What do you do?
I try and spot. Jesus, can I see both Kattigan and Azune down on the ground?
Yes, you can. Give me a medicine check.
I don't know.
I'm bleeding out, man.
Oh, that's a natural 18 for dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Triage. You've learned enough about medicine working for Loza. Over your shoulder, you see a dwarven woman. You see she's got a thick braided beard, an empty upper lip, a thick braided beard. You see that she leans down, reaches into a satchel, takes out a small dwarven poultice, crushes it in her hand. A red mist surrounds her as she punches into the empty hole created by a spell in your comrade Lucia's chest. She's got an open cavity, ribs exposed, punches into it and says, "Oh, this broken can be mended. Come on, girl, you're not done fighting yet." Rips her fist out and leaves a bunch of the flesh from her own fist, stitching up Lucia's body as your dwarven medic gets her up on her feet. Norma turns to you and says, "Remember, look at him. Gut bad. Limbs, they can stay." And as you look out and see Azune and you see Kattigan, you see that Azune's injury is all shoulder and chest muscle, and Kattigan's got something that's bad and bleeding. That's your medicine check.
Got it. I'll try and search the air for Thimble. Any sight of her?
Overhead, you see near where Loza is, closer to the top of the hill, running down the trench as fast as possible. You see Thimble coursing down towards you with Thiazi right behind her. You see Thiazi's got something in a dirty tarp wrapped up over and over and over again. Looks like he's sprinting. He here is about late 20s, just running as fast as he can. You see he's got about 8 gilded, gem-studded staves and wands wrapped up in a tarp, just as fast as he can. But you see Thimble is way ahead of him.
I'm lit up and trying to lead the way.
I'm gonna call out to Thimble, "We need to close ranks!" And I'm gonna run towards Kattigan as fast as I can and just try and put pressure on the main chest cavity.
Using your action, go ahead and give me a medicine check. The difficulty is 10.
10, okay. Natural 16 for an 18.
You lean down, reaching into a bag. Norma's magical healing is great, and she is one dwarf. And so you reach down and just grab gauze, rag, wrap it around, staunch the bleeding. Kattigan stabilizes.
Got it.
Thimble, it is your turn.
Where am I trying to lead Thiazi?
Thiazi is looking up. He goes, the auxiliaries, the Beladri, we gotta go, oh shit. And you see that he says, "Loza, do they fall back?" You see from up on top of the hill, she looks out and you sees something closing ranks. A sorcerer drops out of the sky. You see
Third one?
A third one. You see beautiful white flickering tunic. This is a sorcerer of House Cormoré who points at the ground. Runes appear all around Loza. She sees it happening in real time, and bursting up from a 9-pointed star is a snarling summoned drake, like a 15-foot dragon. You see, she goes, "They're over the hill, Thiazi, they didn't fall back!" Just takes her axe and thuds it into the side of this massive summoned creature. Thiazi looks up at you, Thimble, and says, "Over the top!" And just gets his staves, whispers a little sort of arcane word under his breath, and you see that what is being created by this sort of burning fire in the outer reaches of the battlefield hits him, and you see that his shadow splits into 3 different shadows of himself, and he tosses a bunch of staves to all of them, and they all start running over the edge.
Awesome.
As fast as he can. Thimble, it is still your turn.
I'm darting ahead and I'm trying to find one of the sorcerers, and I'm trying to get through the ranks, get up right behind them to the back of their head while they're distracted with all of the other shit going on.
Hell yes, you see that Cormoré sorcerer looks down, shouting, "For the honor of House Cormoré, for the honor of the Sundered." Go ahead and give me an attack roll. If you want to do it from hiding, you can.
Okay. Oh, so that's advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 16 plus 7.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I know what I'm doing. Oh, good. 8 plus 4.
And remember, you only have a D6 because you're first level right now. So you only have one D6 of sneak attack.
A sneak attack, you're right.
Yes.
Plus 5 is 13 plus 2, 15 points of damage.
15 points. On a natural 4, the sorcerer is not felled by this blow, but does drop concentration on the summoned Drake. You reach out with your sword.
I want it right here, like up into that soft part of the back of the head.
Stabbing it under the skull. A little bit of blood seeps into the corner of their eyes as they lurch forward. You see whatever magic item is compelling their flight stays active, but their concentration on this summon dissipates. As Loza says, "Good looking out, Thimble!" You look in that exact moment. Azune, I'm gonna need a death save from you here. You have one success? Yes.
Can I use a luck point as for a death save?
Yes, you can.
Great. So while I'm in this this darkness, I see my dad's face, and I see the moment that he had passed me off to the mercenaries way back when, years before this, and the only thing I remember is him telling me that I was lucky, that I was getting a second chance, and that sort of rings in my mind as I hopefully succeed.
Hell
I
yes.
needed that.
You begin to stabilize. You see your father's face. There's something. It's not going to happen here. On a battlefield, arrows and spells fly overhead. Thiazi runs. As he does, Thimble, from behind the sorcerer, you look and see Thiazi is hit in the side and scatters, his shadows all vanishing as he hits the ground. Looking forward, you see a shape dart from the shadows ahead of him towards his body, seeing an incoming barrage. Flapping wings. Wyverns taking to the sky. Loza looks up and says, "Fall back! Fall back!" A shape runs towards Thiazi's body, and at the last moment you see gets two arms underneath it, lifts up his body, throws it on his shoulder, and rushes forward as fast as he can, thundering with heavy boots, drops into the trench right in front of you, saving Thiazi from the oncoming barrage of these flying wyverns. As you return from the sorcerer, as Loza calls to fall back, the face lifts him up, looks at you. Casimir smiles. "I got him. Let's fall back." You begin to hear an Azune, Teor, Thimble, and Kattigan. You hear two lyres playing. Octus, give me an insight check if you'd be so kind.
Oh, I am not good at those.
You could do it.
Would you try to do it?
Thank you.
8. Octus, you are unable to read the cause of the shift that happens now, as all of your companions, all of whom fought in the Falconers' Rebellion, hear this song and know what it means as they approach Hal's home at the top of the rookery. Moving in to the home, all of you see a shift light, and you see Loza and Thiazi laid out on the table, dimly lit in shadow. Hal and Hero are playing on their lyres, and you see Loza near Thiazi's body. But as you enter, you can see surrounded candles and light and treasures and beloved artifacts all around.
Do you know what happened? We had a plan.
I looked at Teor and I look back towards you, Taisha, and I just give you a nod. And it was the house music playing with his daughter. Although it stopped, it's still sort of like, I can still feel it in my ears. And I look over to Hal, and suddenly I remember myself in a way in Hal's home, and with that music lingering, and this very unexpected reunion of people that I met so many years ago, part of this rebellion, this fire that Thiazi had lit, and I remember something about that look in Tasha's face. All the different ways that this could have gone wrong. And I walk towards Thiazi. You're still on him? Thimble, I'm so sorry, but I need to check him. I need to see if the thing that pinged for me is still on him so I can compare it to the one that we found with you.
I'll fly up in the air and hover about a foot above his body.
And I, as carefully as I can, I just kind of turn him over because my understanding is that it pinged in his back pocket. So I search for that thing that pinged.
I'll light up and try to go down to where Azune's looking and see if I can light up any area that...
I'll start to search him, and with you nearby, I do turn to you and I say, I'm sorry, Thimble. I lied to you earlier, and I feel really badly about it. The moments that I had with Yazi, they went by so fast, there wasn't much time for him to say anything to me about anybody, and I just saw how hurt you were when you realized what had happened, and I just couldn't bear it, so I just wanted you to feel a little bit better.
It's okay.
And I'll go back to searching.
She just smiles and says, Azune, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, too.
I'm headed west to green vines, wide orchards, my family's old farm. Would do me good to know that the banner was still looking out for each other.
My morning routine begins the moment that I wake up.
Yeah.
And as soon as my eyes open, I'm already on the job.
Yeah.
As I suit up in my room, I replay again, like, the events of the night before, and in my mind I have the last moments of Thiazi's execution and watching his body hanging and suspended in the air, and I'm caught between the things that I feel like I should do, need to do, the things. And the thing that I spend very little time on are the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
By the time I arrive officially on the job, I would have already gotten my gear on. I would have already began in my own room the detect magic ritual. I leave my room with that already activated, because that, as an arcane marshal, is one of the very things that I'm tasked to do. Keep tabs on any arcane anomalies or arcane surges that happen around, and I leave my room with that already activated. On my mind is what is in store today. My job usually consists of some administration. There's some permits, perhaps, for people that are looking to get sanctioned places to practice arcane magic. There is some maintenance that I would do to fix devices that are meant to support arcane research. Mm-hmm. And then there's the patrol.
Yeah.
And right now I'm making sure that my patrol is changing.
As you walk around, you have your area. The Revolutionary Guard, was here to protect the city in the wake of the revolution. And then after that, it was here to be part of like keeping the peace. And then after that, of the different offices here, some have fallen into disarray or disrepair. The arcane marshals are still very active. These are the people whose job it is to be able to be warriors that can also detect magic and can keep the city safe from threats of demon or undead and different kind of supernatural entities. You see, as you are getting your stuff together with some notes of like, notices to the guard about like changing laws. There's a lot of training and notices about like the reality of not being able to cast magic in the marketplace anymore, which wasn't the case even a year ago. Walking into the office of your captain, Edrian Fazir of the Arcane Marshals, you see that Edrian looks up at you, and there's someone seated in his office already. Sir Harandes Einfasen of the Council of, or the Chamber of Lords Advisory. Your captain, Edrian, looks at you. Older man, big belly, rotund. He's got sort of like a strap of white around his chin, human man. Looks up and goes, Azune, good to see you, my lad. Have you met Sir Einfasen?
I turned to take this stranger in. Have I met him before?
You recognize him as a knighted lord of the House Einfasen. He looks to you and says, it is a pleasure to meet you. You are Azune Naya.
I stiffen up and become very formal, taking my job very seriously, and I give him a nod and I say, at your pleasure, sir.
It is an honor. I understand that you were stationed to the execution yesterday.
I was indeed.
I understand the complexities of someone who enjoyed the mixed reputation of the Azifang. There are many in the city that were the victims of his criminality, but also there are many who saw within him a hero, especially of this town of which he was born. A complicated figure, I think we can all agree, yes?
Yes, sir.
I'm meeting with your captain, Fazir, simply to engage in the offering of resources. It has come to the attention of the House Einfasen in its seat on the Chamber of Lords Advisory to the Revolutionary Council that the public funds have been somewhat diminished of late. And it is the opinion of myself, as a member of the Chamber of the Lords Advisory, that the Revolutionary Guard has for too long been tasked with the sole duty of protecting the city and its peoples. I would hate to think that your important tasks would go, shall we say, interrupted, or that you would not have the resources you need to be able to do what you must. We are discussing ways in which certain struggling offices of the Revolutionary Guard can be closed to see those resources better served elsewhere. And in my estimation, there is no group within the city that compares to the Arcane Marshals. Your services are absolutely necessary and vital for the continued safety of the city.
I'm glad to hear that, sir.
If there is any use I can be to you, you need only call on me in my house. We would be only too happy to serve.
A question, if I may.
Of course.
These offices that you foresee would close, is there, whatever little resources have been dedicated to them, what would that mean for those resources if those offices are closed?
Those resources would be reassigned to offices of the Revolutionary Guard that are, shall we say, more efficient in their use of those resources.
Understood.
The Arcane Marshals is extremely effective at a, shall we say, type of safety of the peoples of Dolmakia that cannot be easily recreated by any other division. Whereas Gate Guardians or Revolutionary Guard patrolmen, those tasks can absolutely be handled by men-at-arms of the various houses of the Chamber of Lords Advisory.
And what role will you play in that?
A security overseer.
Understood.
As a Lord Knight, it would be my honor to join you side by side in keeping this city safe.
It will be an honor to work side by side with such an esteemed person.
You see that he snappily salutes a gauntleted hand, bows to you, says, "It is important work you are doing here. You have the loyalty and commitment of House Einfassen by your side."
I have been studying this man from the second that he has been looking at me, and I smell. I'm just suspicious. I'm of course. How hungry does he look now that he seems to be positioning himself in quite a powerful place? Is what I'm digging for behind his eyes, I suppose.
Sorry, what are you looking for specifically?
I'm just looking. There's something about people who are power hungry.
Yeah.
When they finally pulled enough strings and positioned themselves for this very moment where he just looked at me and said, "I'm your new boss." And I just want to see how much pleasure there was behind his eyes, because if there is a hunger there for that kind of power, then it's just tasted something very sweet maybe, and I want to see if I can notice.
Give me an insight check.
Great way to put that. I just critted that.
Nat 20!
There we go.
Yes. Different sundered houses move differently.
Yeah.
This guy is coming to you with a tone of respectfulness and zeal and flattery that lets you know that this guy is truly dangerous. The hunger behind his eyes. I think what you see too is you've talked to power hungry people in the past. Some of them are nakedly contemptuous, some of them are cruel or bilious. You don't see any kind of arch malevolence in this guy. You see a person whose entire core philosophy, rather than being brickwork, is a solid monolithic cube of course I should be in charge.
Oh.
And everything else gets built on top of that.
Okay.
Lieutenant, Captain, I wish you all the best for a fruitful collaboration in the years to come. And you see he nods, and you see Captain Adrian says, and to you, Lord Knight, thank you very much for your help in this endeavor. And as the Lord leaves, you see Adrian looks over at you. Well, looks like we're all getting bonuses.
So long as he finds us useful.
I guess the men-at-arms of the House Einfassen don't know how to detect magic with their eyes.
Let's hope that stays that way.
Well, let's hope it does, because I think they're also visiting the Penteveral today.